Hi there, Lauren here again from the Student Mental Health and Wellbeing team from the City of Glasgow College. As you guys know, if you followed the videos, I'm a counsellor and I'm actually really excited to talk to you about Black History Month, which starts this October in the UK. So many of you might have heard a lot about Black History Month and what that means. But for those of you that don't, I think it's important for us to talk about why we celebrate Black History Month and why that's important. So people from Black and African and Caribbean backgrounds have had a fundamental part of British history for centuries. However, often the contribution they have to society have been overlooked, ignored, or changed in some way. So most schools only teach a curriculum from a white perspective, which focuses on the achievement of white figures. So Black History Month gives everyone an opportunity to share, celebrate, and understand the impact of Black heritage and culture around the world. So more recently in the UK, great attention has been paid to the importance of the Windrush generation and the Black Lives Movement, especially since the death of George Floyd in May 2020. So where did Black History Month originate from? Now, this was something that I wasn't aware of until the past few years. I knew about Black history, I knew about Black History Month, but I didn't actually know why it started. So known as the father of Black history, Carter G. Woodson was born in Virginia in 1875, and he was the son of former slaves. Growing up, access to any education and job opportunities were obviously very limited this time for a Black man. And he ended up studying in one of the few schools that accepted Black students after saving money from working as a coal miner. So over the years, he gained an absolutely unbelievable amount of qualifications for someone that had so many barriers put in front of him. And he actually got a PhD in history from Harvard University, which at the time was completely unbelievable. In 1926, he sent out a press release to mark the first Black History Week in the US. Throughout his life, he worked tirelessly to promote Black history in schools. And the event was expanded in 1970 in the US. And since then, since 1976, every US president has officially designated February as Black History Month in the US. And it was chosen because it coincides with the birth of former President Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass, who escaped slavery and became a key social activist. In the UK, we have chosen the month of October. So how is Black History Month celebrated? So it's intended to recognise the contribution and achievements of those with African or Caribbean heritage. And also, I think it's a really good opportunity for everyone to learn of the detrimental effects of racism, not only on the individual, but on society itself. And, you know, coming from a mental health perspective, how that can have a huge, huge effect on that person too. When Black History Month first started in the UK, there was a really big focus on Black American history. And I think we often kind of ignore UK Black history. And I think it's really important to draw attention to that and talk about the key Black figures in our history, such as Walter Tull, who was the first Black officer to command white troops in the British Army, and one of the English football players' first Black players. Mallory Blackman is a best-selling author, and Olive Morris, a social activist who co-founded groups such as the Organisation of Women of African and Asian Descent and the Brixton Black Women's Group. Dr. Shirley Thompson, who was the first woman in Europe to conduct a composite in symphony in the last 40 years, and Lewis Hamilton, one of the most high-profile competitors in Formula One and the only Black driver. So over the next kind of month of October, I want to really focus on Scottish Black history. And I think sometimes that can be lost in British Black history. So watch our social media pages, watch our YouTube channel at City of Glasgow College to get education and to learn about things in Scotland and in Glasgow, and to celebrate our students and staff who contribute so much to the college as well. So Thank you so much for listening. Keep checking out our pages, and there'll be a lot more information on there as well.